Hey, good night, everybody. So I noticed that there was a video on doing a particular technique in maths that not many people have covered. So I decided to do this just for everyone to get a little bit of edification on what this section is. Now, this section of maths is a section called algebra, and this particular topic is a topic called quadratics. Now, under quadratics, there's a process called factorization. Now, when we say factorization in maths, we mean we want to take a number and break it up into factors, which means that we want to break it up into two numbers. When multiplied will give you back the original number. So if, putting it simply, I said that I want to factorize 15, it means that I can break up 15 into 3 multiplied by 5. Right now, when we deal with algebra and algebraic expressions, these are just representatives of numbers. We don't know the value of the numbers, but they are representations of the numbers. Now, a quadratic, as we would recall here, a quadratic is a polynomial or an expression which looks like this here. A term with x squared, a term with x, and possibly a constant by itself. Now, A, B, and C are constants. They are numbers. They could be whole numbers, fractions. They could be almost any number. B and C could be any number. A, however, cannot be 0. Right? Now, these would have been covered before. So this section is just to do the topic called factorization. So, just to recall something that we need to know, when we're looking at a quadratic, you need to identify the 3 constants in a particular order. So A will always be the constant that x squared is multiplied by. So in this case, A is 3. Right? B will always be the constant that x is multiplied by. So in this case, B is 5. And C will be the constant independent of x, or the term independent of x, the term which does not have x attached to it. So C in this case is 2. A is 4 because A is the constant or the coefficient of x squared. B is the coefficient of x, and C is minus 1. And remember, when a variable does not have, or when you don't see a number in front of a variable, it's not that the number is 0, it means that the coefficient is 1. So in this case, the coefficient of x squared is minus 1, note the sign. The constant by itself is 2, so that's C, and B is 1, because this is the same as 1x. But in maths, we don't really write the multiplicative one, so we can leave that out. So what we want to do here tonight is learn how to factorize a quadratic. Now, it's a few steps, very, very easy. And as you're doing this, you will see the same steps over and over. But something you need to know to do this properly is you have to know how to find factors of regular numbers. If I ask you to find the factors of 20, you're supposed to know all the factors of 20. You know, it's 1 by 20, 2 by 10, 5 by 4. Right? And you need to know them in those pairs, as we will see here. Right? So let's look at the method. Very easy method. And you'll see the same method for both of these questions. And you all can try them out with the other questions that I will give you all the link below. So, first thing you need to do, first step is identify A, B, and C. So in this case, you write back your expression. And just note it's an expression, not an equation, because there is no equal sign. This is just a statement in mathematics, right? So 2x squared plus 9x plus 9. In this case, E is equal to 2, B is equal to 9, and C is also equal to 9. Now, the next step is that you are looking for two numbers when multiplied give C, which is 9, well, A by C, sorry, which is 2 by 9, which is 18, and when added, give us 9, which is just B. And I will link you all as well to the process and the method, so you can see the written method as well. So again, two numbers when multiplied giving us A by C, which is 18, and when added giving us just B alone. So now you have to think about what numbers were multiplied to give us 18. 1 and 18 can't add to give you 9. 2 and 9 can't add to give you 9. Right? But what about 3 and 6? 3 by 6 will give us 18, and 3 by 6 will also give us, 3 plus 6, sorry, will also give us 9. So these are the two numbers you're looking at now. Our next step, as you will see in the written method underneath, is you break up this term here into these two numbers. So what we'll end up with is 2x squared plus, you can break the 6x plus 3x plus 9. So 6x plus 3x is 9x, so you know that the numbers work. Now what you do is you factorize or you withdraw the common terms in the pairs that you have here. Right? So you have one pair of terms here and another pair of terms. So what could be withdrawn or what could divide both of these things completely? We know that 2 could go into both 2 and 6, so you divide by 2. Right? And also x could go into both x squared and itself. So you could withdraw 2x from this. 2x by what must give us what 2x squared? It has to be x. Plus, what must give us what 6x is 3. Plus, what could be withdrawn or what could divide both 3x and 9? 3. Could divide both of them into x plus 3. Let's check it. 3 by x is 3x and 3 by 3 is 9. Now, I will do a video and I'll probably share it in a link as well. In this video, that is, on how to do these basic breakdowns here. But this is for the people who are a little bit more advanced in algebra. So now our last step here, look at these two terms. They both have x plus 3 in them. So you could divide by x plus 3. Right? So if I divide this by x plus 3, it means I withdraw the x plus 3. And it leaves me now with just 2x plus 3 inside here. Now, how is this factorized? Remember, when you have brackets with no symbol in between them, it means to multiply. So what we got is that the original number is broken down into 2 factors. That is, it is factorized. So let's go again with this one now. Right? So we start off, you write back here, expression 3p squared minus 16p plus 12. Right? You have to identify A, B, and C. In this case, A is negative 3, B is negative 16, and C is 12. So you are looking for two numbers now. When multiplied by each other, gives us minus 3 by 12 is minus 36. And when added, gives us minus 16. So where do we go from here? You think about the numbers that multiply to give you 36. Ignore the signs for now. So you think 1 and 36, that can't add to give you 16. No, try 2 and 18. 2 and 18 could probably work. How could 2 and 18 combine to give us negative 16? The only way that that would work is if it were negative 18 and positive 2. And as well, negative 18 and positive 2 will give us negative 36 here, multiplied by positive 2, sorry. So what do we do from here? As we did here, you break up this term with the power of 1, e to the power of 1 here, into these two numbers. So it becomes minus 3p squared minus 18p plus 2p plus 12 is equal to. Now, what could we take out from these two? Think about the numbers first. Which number could divide which number here? So 3 could divide both itself and 18. And as well, you notice you have two negatives here, so you can take out the negative 3. P could divide both p squared and itself. So you can take out 3p. You can always take out the smaller power, right? And now it leaves us with 1p alone here. You withdraw negatives, so you'll get a positive inside here. And then you will get 6. Plus, I can take out 2 from each one of these terms here. So you see, underline the pairs. So you'll end up with p plus 6 here as well. Let's just check it back to make sure it's consistent. Minus 3p by p is minus 3p squared. Minus 3p by 6 is minus 18. 2 by p is 2p. 2 by 6 is 12. So in the way you did it correctly. And if you do these correctly for quadratics which are factorizable, you will always end up with the same terms inside here, and you can now withdraw that p plus 6. and you put back in brackets what you had before, which is minus 3p plus 2. And that is your factorizing a quadratic. So this one here will be the first in a series of videos. I will go backwards and forwards from here. I just put the video out in the water to see how people receive it. If you have any information that you would like to share or any comments that you want to share, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. And as well, in the information below the video, I will set a link for a worksheet on this here, so you all can try it out, right? So that's it for today. This here is your factorization of a quadratic. Feel free to share the video. If you have any questions, you can feel free to leave it in the comment section, and I will get back to you. Have a good day, everybody.